Half of real estate investors lose their money because they act without a strategy and also fail to consider tax burdens, seasonality, liquidity, and management. My name is Diana Fedorova, and for 11 years now I've been living and investing on the island of Phuket. Watch this video to the end if you want to know the top 3 investment properties in Phuket under $1 million that are worth investing in 2026. Let's start with the fact that all 3 properties I'm about to tell you about are located right here on Bang Tao Beach. Bang Tao Beach has the highest rental rates and capitalization thanks to the Laguna area located here. And Laguna is 485 hectares of beautifully landscaped territory with golf courses, sidewalks, curbs, paths, and luxurious 5-star resorts. And in those condominium projects where apartments are close to both the beach and directly within Laguna itself, they naturally have the highest demand and consequently your profitability. The first property is Laguna Lakeside. Even though the property is further than 500 meters from Bang Tao Beach, about a kilometer away, its location is directly between Boat Avenue. And Boat Avenue is the location where all the European shops, restaurants, boutiques, and the shopping center are concentrated. That's why every year, the real estate and the location there are gaining more and more popularity. And it's at an equal distance to Bang Tao Beach, which can be reached through the beautiful territory of Laguna itself. And considering the fact that there's an 8-year installment plan and you can already cover the installment payments with rental income, your profitability can be significantly higher. Also, this is a property from the most reliable developer on our island, so you can sleep as soundly as possible. There are apartments available for both full ownership and long-term lease for 30 years, with extensions for another 30 and another 30 years. The complex has 3 layouts: 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom apartments. 1-bedroom from 56 square meters, 2-bedroom from 84, and 3-bedroom from 114 square meters. The entry point here is from $300,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment starting at 56 square meters. But you have to remember that the 8-year installment plan does its job, and you make the first payment of 20% within a month after signing the contract, and the next 10% only in a year and a half. All apartments come fully furnished and with built-in furniture. You can choose a furniture package as you wish, either purchase it from the developer or buy it yourself, for example, order it from China. In such a location, this is an investment for the future, 10, 20 or 30 years, because the area where Boat Avenue is, with all the massage parlors, restaurants and boutiques, is still being developed more and more. And the lake view, the view of the beautiful picturesque roofs of the lagoon villas, they, of course, also create the ultimate aesthetic for the residents from their windows. Subscribe if you want to earn up to 50% per annum on investments in foreign real estate. Property number 2 from the developer Andaman Group is Andaman Atrium. This is the second developer I'm investing in, and in Atrium specifically, I have an apartment with its own private pool. And here is why. First of all, it's located just 500 meters from the beach, again the same Bang Tao Beach. And because the property is located right on the border with our favorite hyped-up lagoon, but isn't part of it, the price per square meter is about twice as low as in the marketing famous lagoon. Yes, of course, the developer doesn't offer such installment terms for 8 years, including 5 years after construction is finished, but in 3 years, you can easily complete the 100% payment. Considering that the entry point here is from $150,000 and studio apartments start from 35 square meters. There are also 2-bedroom apartments and 3-bedroom ones and even penthouses. But the most important thing is the rental potential. Then why am I personally investing in this property? Because it has every chance of showing the highest yield due to the infrastructure of the complex itself, which includes a medical center, a kids club, a conference area, and a bunch of restaurants, shops, and a spa zone. Therefore, all this infrastructure is the key to success in attracting clients not only in the high season, but also in the low season. Secondly, the location is 500 meters from the beach. Thirdly, the management company is in collaboration with the world-famous Radisson brand, which, of course, ensures a much higher occupancy rate. And fourthly, it's a significantly different quality of construction. All the building facades are clad in special aviation aluminum, which prevents moisture from penetrating and bacteria or fungus from growing. And accordingly, your facade and your building specifically will look just as good in 30 years and in 50 years. And also all the German engineering, pipes, double glazed windows, finishing materials for the kitchen, floors, and many other things make this property truly stand out and unique on the market. But since the first project of this developer had some construction delays, it's now completed, accepted by the state, and people live there. The price per square meter is still very, very sweet, so investors have a real chance to profit from their investment. In this property, you can safely count on a yield of 8 to 14% per annum in foreign currency and a payback period of about 7 to 8 years. And it's also important to understand that the profit distribution here is a rental pool. So you don't earn from the actual rental of your specific apartment because there's no guarantee the receptionist will rent out your unit specifically. Instead, you earn from a whole pool of apartments with the same square footage and layout, where the profit is distributed equally among all investors with that same square footage and layout. So, regardless of whether your apartment is on the 7th floor or the 2nd, you're going to earn money either way. And the third property I really want to highlight now, which is breaking all our sales records, is Laguna Bayside. Now, it's also part of the first developer, Banyan Tree Group, which we've already mentioned, and they're the ones who created this luxury infrastructure on Phuket Island. The property is just 100 meters from the beach, right next to the gorgeous 5-star Dusit Thani Resort, and it offers an 8-year installment plan. Sales have only just begun, and within a few months of the launch, 70% of the units have already been sold. Properties this close to the beach definitely don't come along every day. It's an extremely rare find for the whole of Phuket. And with that 8-year installment plan, making payments becomes incredibly easy for you. The first payment is 20%, about $150,000, and the next 10% isn't due for another year and a half. You pay half, 50%, by the end of construction, and for the remaining 50%, you get an installment plan. 1 year at 3% interest, 3 years at 5%, or you can choose 5 years at 7% interest on the balance. Consequently, you can already cover all your payments with the rental income. And since the property is just 100 meters from the beach, the rental rates will be very high, as will the occupancy, not just in high season, but in low season too. All the apartments here start at 121 square meters. Those are just the 2-bedroom units, but there are also 3-bedroom ones, and even stunning luxury penthouses with private pools and balcony jacuzzis. All apartments come with full interior finishing and are partially furnished. The finishing includes various decorative wall panels and designer touches, which is already quite different from the typical local market for standard condominiums. So, if you are currently looking at a long-term investment strategy for 10, 20, 30, or even as many as 50 years, I would highly recommend that you consider investing in these 3 properties. I've told you about the developers I've personally invested with for many years, and I'm completely confident in their security and the returns they offer investors. If you want to find out which property is right for you and get a free consultation, just leave a request via the link in the description, and my managers from Phuket will get in touch. This has been Diana Fedorova. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and you'll know everything that's going on with investments on the island of Phuket.